So you asked me to talk a little bit about the Upshift. The Upshift is my dedication, my mission. Some people will say my hobby, but it is what I believe in that is going to come. It's our deliverance. It's our salvation, because going the way we have been going would be suicidal. We would always only increase tensions. The environment will continue to deteriorate. Less and less peace would be on earth, more and more conflict, culminating in war. God knows in what kind of situation we will find ourselves. We are full of tipping points where irreversible processes may be starting. This is not an assured existence on this planet. Humanity is a very complex species. It's a tremendously accomplished species due to one thing above all. That one thing is called consciousness. I do believe that all things have consciousness, but not all things have this ability to reflect on their consciousness, to understand that they are conscious and that their consciousness could be a factor in how they behave, just as their behavior is a factor in the future that we all have. This is a participatory and living universe, not a chance-ridden universe. Random processes would never have brought about this level of articulation and coherence that we find in the universe as a whole. It all started 13.7 or 8 billion years ago with a singularity which may be just the beginning of a new phase, or maybe something completely new. But anyway, what we live in now is an evolution that started at that point. And it keeps going. And this evolution is toward coherence, is toward integration, is toward pulling together various elements into wholes. All seems very, very spiritual. How come the universe is so spiritual? Well, it is. Einstein said it very clearly. The greatest miracle is that the universe is so coherent and that it's quasi-miraculous itself. You can live your life as if everything is a miracle or as if nothing is. We used to think nothing is a miracle. Now we're beginning to see that everything is, and we are beginning to understand some of that miracle. Our job is to put that understanding to work. We are one species among many on a system we call Gaia. It's a system of life on the planet. It's a system of which we are a part. We were born in the womb of that system, and that is our mother system. That is our nurturing system. In this system, we either become part of it, a positive, constructive part, or we risk our extinction. Not only do we risk our extinction of our higher forms of life, we have a mission in front of us, the mission to preserve this species. And to do so, we need to make use of that unique feature, which is reflective, self-reflective, self-mapping consciousness. Consciousness that we are conscious and that we are an agent of what happens in this world. We used to think that everything is due to mechanical laws, eternal laws, the four basic shifts, so four basic interactions in the universe, the laws, causality, electromagnetism, and strong and weak interactions, that these laws are all there is, and those are eternal. And everything else follows on that basis. Well, there is more to it. There is more to it. There is a vector, a difference, a direction in the universe. And this direction, it takes it from those random swirls of perfect gases, non-interactive gases that were present as the only thing on this space and time that we call our universe, from that moment of total chaos, total randomness, toward a universe that has coherence, that has oneness, and that brings together its elements in ever larger, ever more conclusive wholes. If we realize that we are part of that, we look at ourselves and of our universe very, very different eyes. We are not a mechanical chance byproduct of a world that is a mindless world in which there is no sense for talking about mind and consciousness and spirit. That is not the case. The case is that this is a conscious universe, a participatory universe. Perhaps the whole universe is a cosmic consciousness. Certainly James Jeans, well over 100 years ago, the famous astronomer, said that this universe appears to be more like a big thought than like a big rock. And that was well over 100 years ago. That was before the quantum sciences. Now we know, indeed, this universe is very much like a big thought. It's like a big consciousness. We are a part of it. If we want to survive in this world, the key to survival is to recognize who we are, how we relate to the world, how we can interact with the world, how we can behave mistakenly by trying to just get outside of the natural limits, outside of the natural impetus toward wholeness and oneness and coherence, just looking at our own ideas, our own immediate benefits, and disregarding the rest. How we do that, how we degenerate the world around us, how we create more and more conflict, more and more unrest, and ultimately breakdowns. That is the current trend, and that has to be reversed. That has to be upshifted. The upshift comes from conscious evolution. Evolution that is infused by consciousness, because we are conscious, and our consciousness is a part of the universal consciousness, the cosmic consciousness, which is not just religion, it is not just pure spirituality, it is the new cosmology, the new quantum cosmology. If you ask me what there is in this world, in this universe, I would say there is information based on the conscious processing of prior information, ever more information, ever on higher and higher levels. That is a tremendous accomplishment to recognize this and to become a part of it. That is a mission. That is our duty. In my books, I try to make clear that this conception is not dreaming. It's not just spiritual imagination. It is the deepest reality that we can confront. It's supported by science. It's supported by spirituality as a lived experience. We are all spiritual beings because we are part of a quantum universe. I consider it my sacred duty to make clear that our consciousness is part of the consciousness of the cosmos, and that it is our duty to bring that consciousness to work on behalf of not only humanity, but of all life, because life is a precious accomplishment, and life on the Gaia system, on this planet, is one of the rare, probably rare, but certainly not unique features of the universe as it has evolved from the Big Bang to the day in which we now live. How do we evolve further? We can evolve by going through the current trend, which is toward conflict, which is toward breakdown, which is toward short-term thinking, and ultimately selfishness that cannot be satisfied because we destroy the very, very world that we are trying to act on. Or we can put ourselves back in place where we are a unique being, a conscious being in a conscious universe. If we do that, then that is the key to our survival. That is the key to finding the way forward. I like to talk about the roadmaps. There is a roadmap. There are sets of roadmaps. How we behave, how we create this world, but all of it hinges on how we think of ourselves, our mindset, our recognition of who we are. Upshift the world For that, you have to upshift yourself. It's all possible. It can be done. Let's do it. Not only it's for our own interest, it's the interest of the Gaia, of life on Earth. And because life on Earth is a precious accomplishment of the universe, it is of cosmic interest. I hope you will join me in looking at this possibility of upshifting by becoming part of a conscious universe.